Hey everyone, I just want to do this video on transgender aging or transitioning while aging because I am 49 years old right now um, and about to be half a century old, probably sometime next year soon. So, that being said, um, a lot of what I'm doing now is related to the fact that I am getting older and I don't want to find myself falling apart like a lot of people I know that's my age. There are a lot of people, I'm not saying at my age we're old or anything like that, but we tend to have those declining moments, I guess. But I'm avoiding that by staying fit and healthy as much as I can, eating as best as I can, and achieving my goals of fitness. Um, I set them really high, but I think it's still achievable. The human body is pretty resilient and you can do more than what you think you can. It's just a matter of approaching it the right way. As I started to realize I was getting older, um, I had to do some things because I was showing signs of aging and stuff like that, particularly in the skin area. Plus, I was gaining weight, from the hormonal treatments and things like that. I just wasn't really watching my health too well, and just allowing things to happen. Um, so I just woke up one day and just decided, I wasn't going to let that happen because, you know, this is only one life to live, and you just gotta do what you gotta do to be the best that you can be. So I just started working out, slowly. It's been a 3-year journey for me as far as both my hormone therapy as well as my physical fitness. I've had a lot of ups and downs, of course, um, with weight especially because with each hormonal adjustment or each hormone therapy adjustment going up in dosage, I've also had to weight gain, both from because my appetite um, increased with the hormonal increase, and also as well as just the changes through the years. Of course, on hormone therapy, the testosterone drops, significantly, almost to the point of zero, which was unhealthy. But till now, I'm where I need to be as far as I'm no. Um, I'm in the best shape I've ever been, of course, physically, mentally, um, with the exception of injuries. But I mean, as far as aging, I don't think there's any real such thing. I mean, yeah, we do age. It's just that our minds and everything else is, unless you have a genetic predisposition, to not be able to take care of yourself, then I would say that would be the only reason. But for a healthy person, there's no reason why you can't like eat right and also exercise, and try to be the best person you can be. As far as the aging part, it's just that, at 49, I don't feel anything like it, and I am a lot better shape than what I was. So I'm going to just keep on going and hopefully look like this for another 30 years. Um, I know it's wishful thinking, but I'm going to give it my best. Um, but it's never too late to start. If you're 50, 55 or whatever, you can always just start. It's just mentally you just have to train yourself to be able to think young, you know, and not act old. If there is such a thing. I mean, there's a lot of generational differences, but I mean, in the end, though, it's your attitude on how you do things and act, and just like anything, it's about the attitude and intent, um, and how you carry yourself because of that. Um, but that's all I have to say on that. It pretty much sums it up. Um, as far as transitioning at an older age. For some reason, a lot of younger people feel that you have to start as young as possible, even before puberty or something, in order to have a successful transition. I don't know where that started, but when I started, people were not thinking about that as much, as far as just trying to get over the. Let's, let me explain. Back in the day when I started and before then, being transgender was just one of them things you just don't reveal to anybody. You don't put out there really, and at least it's more like having a double life, where one part of you will always be in a closet and the other part of you is living in this other world. um, but you don't mix them together because there's a lot of bad things that could have happened to you back then. Um, but back then we were just more focused on just crossing that barrier and then actually doing the transition. Once we got past that, we had to, of course, face a lot of difficulties. Not saying that people aren't facing difficulties now, but it's way better than what it used to be when I started. I mean, when I when I went to the therapist, I could not even tell them why I was there. I was so scared. Um, and that's how bad things were, especially, depending on where you are and what the lifestyle is over there. But where I'm from, it's just not one of the things you just talked about. um, but anyways, I got over it, and and things got better, and here I am now. But starting transition can be any time, when the person is ready and when they can overcome whatever obstacles they have that is preventing them from really expressing themselves. It's not as bad as you think, and once you're on the other side, um, you just got to be careful, and you just got to think about a lot of different things, like your health and your finances, and of course, the people around you, and just how to manage that, and then just go from there. But uh, definitely a psychiatrist or somebody with a mental health background in transgender health care would be really a good start before making any decisions to do something uh, on your own, and self-diagnosing and things like that, taking medications without knowing the risks. But you got to start somewhere, and just starting is is the important part. I don't know how I got this deep into that conversation, but transitioning at a later age can be both exciting and scary at the same time. But I think it's very positive in the end when you're achieving something that you want to, or something you have to do. But as far as I'm concerned, there's no regrets. I spent 18 years. Well, I wouldn't say 18 years. I had hormonal treatment and my whole transition back in 2000, and ended up stopping hormone therapy, not because I wanted to, because I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a doctor. There's no doctors in the area. So for 10 years, I was on herbals just to make myself feel good. Surprisingly, when I look at old pictures of me when I wasn't on hormone therapy, I didn't seem to hormonally detransition very much. I did have those changes, though, reversions, I guess you could say, although I was still able to live without them, and still stay transition, until the last 3.5 years ago. I was able to get back to see a doctor because a lot of things have changed and the healthcare has changed, and there's more accessibility for me to get the treatment that I needed. So here I am now. So being transgender and and aging too at the same time doesn't have to be a difficult thing. Um, it's just some difficulties you may have to just overcome, but you can do it. It just depends on your mental state of mind, I guess. um, but again, seeing somebody for that kind of help will, and having the support will, get you through that. And um, just sit back and enjoy it, because when you're doing what you want to do and expressing yourself freely, and you'll be your best. Um, so yeah, I can't think of anything else to say about that. But hopefully that kind of helps anybody out there that might be thinking about it, but is afraid to maybe. Um, so if you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave it down below, or just also like, or whatever it is that we do now. Subscribe to my channel if you want to keep getting updates. I thought I was going to stop doing them after about a year or two, just doing transition updates, but I'm not getting paid to do this. It's just something I just do to, I guess, express myself, or I don't know, it's just become a little hobby of mine. So I'll probably just keep doing videos. So if you want to just stay tuned and check back every once in a while and see what's up. Bye.